DJ Dan Recording presents Danny Wilcox and the Carol of the Crib by Daniel Soletti. Read to you by the author. Based upon the Indiana Jones franchise created by Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Music by John Williams. Additional Christmas songs provided by various performers. Choirs of Angels provided by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Chapter 1. The First Song. I love Christmas specials. It's something as traditional as putting those extremely huge bulbs on the Christmas tree. Actually, to be honest, does anybody out there use those types of lights anymore? I didn't think so. Well, anyway, Christmas specials are watched everywhere and now you get to listen to one. Yep, this is my only Christmas adventure so far. I mean, I've always wondered if I would find something related to the holiday, but I didn't think it would be this. So let me get right to it. I had just finished my first trimester or semester, my first part of my senior year. The snow was on the ground and Thanksgiving was a far memory. Seriously, I was stuffed. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, the time for turkey had passed and it's time to talk about Santa and the birth of Christ. My friends and I were all discussing what we were going to do for the holiday. My dear friend Michael came over to me as we were bringing out and putting books in our lockers. So Danny, what treasures are you going to find over Christmas break? Michael. Just because we are going to have some time off doesn't mean I'm going to spend it gallivanting around finding something. You're probably right. Anyway, you deserve some time off after the number of adventures we've had and the death of you can say it, Michael. Just because Marianne is gone, and I won't have anyone to kiss under the mistletoe, doesn't mean you don't have to say her name and make me feel bad. To be completely honest, I was devastated. She was always the first one I always gave a present to. I was actually more sad that during the summer I lost her after the unfortunate demise in the garden. But now I was alone for Christmas. Marianne was gone. Michael was going to be with his family, and even Lana and Nicholas were going to have this big, huge Christmas get-together with their families. Those lovebirds are getting all the luck these past couple days. But me, I was alone. I mean, sure, I was going to be in my grandparents' house in Crabapple Cove, Maine. Yes, it is a real place. However, I was still alone for the holidays. We finished packing up our stuff, and we went downstairs to the front of our beloved Marcus Brody High School. Hey, you two, where are you heading? Lana said from down the hall. We were just about to head home for some Christmas fun. Did you want to join us? What do you think? Nicholas mentioned from behind Lana. We exited through the doors and it felt like we were thrown back with a blast of something. That something actually was just wind and snow, but it still felt like we couldn't move at all. Why do we have to live here? It snows and the wind just blows in your face until it's bright red like Santa's classic suit, complained Michael. Oh, come on, you big baby, we're almost to the car, Lana said to him as she and I pulled him out. When I say we were almost to the car, my mother was being the wonderful person she was and picking myself and my friends up. We were going to go and do something that we had been looking forward to all year. Now, I know it might sound cliche, but we were going to sip hot chocolate and watch as many Christmas movies as we could. We may be seniors soon going to college, all around the age of 18, but honestly, we all felt like we were 8 years old. We all piled into the car and drove through the snow to my house. My mother put on the radio and immediately the joyous songs of the Yuletide season came on. Tune after tune played, but then something happened. And you should have seen that coming if you know me. A song came onto the radio and it sounded like a choir of angels. No joke, a choir of angels. Now, it is known, if you remember my junior year, I found the Garden of Eden. Throughout my journey of that, I came to see that God was kind of, maybe, sort of, guiding me around from spot to spot. Now, I wasn't expecting sainthood, but this was even weirder than the whole ordeal with fighting the Garden of Eden. The song, if you want to call it a song, it was more like a verse. This is what it said. After that, the normal songs returned. I tried to ask my friends if they had heard what I heard, and no, that was not a reference to another song. Michael, did you hear that? What? The song? Yeah, on the Polar Express. Don't play games with me, Danny. I asked the same question to Lana and Nicholas, and they gave me the same response. Could God be contacting me? Even more directly now? And if he was, why did he have me listen to a choir of angels? I mean, I'm honored, but why? Or could it be a radio station mistake? Or could it be a conspiracy? Insert X-Files theme here. Just to make sure if it became important, I took out a giant writing pad from my backpack and wrote the phrase down. After I lifted my pencil from the paper, the word stars glowed. Yeah, it glowed. No, don't try to rewind this. You heard that correctly. It glowed. I had to get information on this. If this was to lead me to anything I thought it was going to lead me to, this wasn't going to be any ordinary Christmas.